Here's a video to walk you through how to navigate your report library section of Ops Insights. So I'm currently logged in as a standard user, and I wanted to point out that we're not using a client admin user like we typically use for our demonstration videos. We'll be using a standard user because the view and what users see in the report library can vary depending on if they're a client admin or not. A standard user is going to be able to see all the reports like a client admin user would be. But one main distinction is if they don't have access to it. So if a report is not assigned to an access role that's assigned to a user, then it's going to appear as disabled for a standard user. Whereas if you're a client admin user, you can actually see and run every single report in your account, regardless if it's assigned to your user or not. So I've logged in with this standard user. I've logged into one of our demo accounts, and we're taken first to the dashboard. But we're going to need to go over to the report library. It's very easy to find. So just go over to your navigation bar here and click on report library. And when the page initially loads, it's going to load every single report that is available in your account. With your Ops Insights subscription, when you subscribe to Ops Insights, you gain access to our library of base reports. So right out of the box, with each Ops Insights subscription, you're going to get access to hundreds and hundreds of reports. On top of that, we actually offer a custom report writing service to our clients. So we have an on-staff report writing team where you have the ability to request customized reports, whether you're customizing an existing base report or you want us to create something completely from scratch for you all. We can do that. And those custom reports can also be found in the report library. So you actually see a listing of all of the reports, regardless of type, whether it's a base or custom report, listed in your report library. So when the page initially loads, we'll see some searching and filtering options here. We've got a search bar. So if you're looking to find a report or you're curious about if a specific report exists in the report library, the easiest thing to do is just start searching for phrases. In the less non-descriptive or the more broad or generically you can search, the better. So if you're looking for an orders report, you may just want to search for the phrase order. If you're looking for a receivables report, you just may want to enter the phrase receivable or invoice or something along those lines to where you can just kind of search for different possibilities. It's very easy to do. Just enter text here and click search. If you want to remove your text, just click the X button and everything will be reset for you. On top of that, you can filter reports by report type. So you can filter your only display Excel, visualization, or KPI reports. In addition to that, you can actually search by report category as well. So when our report writing team creates reports, custom or base reports, we tag them with categories. So whatever they fit or whatever their purpose or their design is, they'll be tagged with one or many category tags as well. So you can actually go in and filter by tags. It's very easy to do. Just make your selections and then click on filter. And you can see now we're seeing a listing of all of the detailed or Excel style of report that have a tag of production, compliance, or sales. So once the reports have been filtered, you can remove the filters one at a time, or you can click clear all, and that will remove all of your filters as well. So searching for phrases combined with using our report filters is a great way to search for and find if specific reports exist in the report library, which is recommended before requesting any custom reports. Chances are, if you're looking for a custom report, we probably have something in the report library that's close to what you're looking for. It may not be 100% of what you're looking for, but it may get you halfway or partially there. And that's a good starting point. Whether down the road we decide to customize that further for you, or you may decide that something out of the box will actually work and the additional information may or may not be needed. On top of that, we do have two display types in Ops Insights in the report library. We have a grid style view, which is what the page initially loads with or defaults to. We also have what we call a list view. So a list view is going to offer you a lot more detail about the report. It doesn't default to this particular view because obviously, as you can see, it's a lot more cumbersome. It's a lot more information displayed on the page, and it's a little bit harder to flip through and find reports. But the list view can be extremely useful, especially for searching for reports. And in this case, this particular user doesn't have access to these reports here. So if they were looking through the report library and they needed, let's say this is an abstracting SLA report here. If they needed something along those lines and they didn't have access to it, they could go in and toggle this over to a list view and they can see the report description, which is extremely important and crucial to understanding how the report is designed to work. And that's important if you're determining if it will serve your needs or not, or also when you're going in and you're actually running and using reports, the report description is probably the most valuable component of Ops Insights. It lets you know exactly how things are designed to work. So with each report, we attempt to or try to provide a purpose for it, how it's designed to work. We display or list any criteria that are required to run the report so that you know ahead of time what you need. And then we also define how the columns are found. So obviously this is a visualization. This is not going to have anything here, but you can see we've got a column definition section here for this Excel style report. So anything that's a custom calculation or just not normal or out of the ordinary, we'll actually take the time to make a listing of how that calculation is performed or where the information can be found in your production system. So very, very beneficial to go in and review this if you're looking for a report, whether you're needing to add it by requesting access for it, or if you're looking to see if an existing report will work for you prior to requesting a custom version. This list view will be very, very beneficial for you because you can see exactly how it's designed to work. And you can actually see a listing of, hey, these are the actual columns that come along with it as well. So again, very important thing to do if you're searching for reports and making sure if something will or won't work for you. So we'll go back over to the grid view here. And the next thing we'll show is demonstrate is it only show reports assigned to me. So if I toggle this switch, you can see immediately these reports are not disabled because these are the reports that are currently assigned to an access role or access roles that are assigned to this particular user. So if you're not familiar with access roles, how they work and how reports are assigned to users, you can take a look at our access roles section of our user documentation site. But if you have questions above that or beyond that, feel free to reach out to our support team, support@opsinsights.com. So just wanted to point that out. So if you did only want to filter the reports or just see what you have access to, this is how you do it. Toggle the switch over to yes. And then flipping it back over to no is just going to show you anything that is not currently assigned to you as well. And we'll go back over to the first page here. And the next thing I want to demonstrate, well, actually, we will do that because it's going to make it a little bit easier for us to see. We'll change this value back to yes. So we're only seeing the reports that are assigned to us currently because it's going to, since they won't be disabled, it's going to be a little bit easier for us to read the remaining items here. So obviously, this is the name of the report, as you can see. The next thing I want to show you is the connector assignment. So there's going to be a little database icon here. And beside that, it's going to be the display name of the connector. So connector is just what we call the database that the report is assigned to. So it may or may not be beneficial to you because most of the time our clients only have one connector or one database connected to Ops Insights. But there are times when our clients have chosen to upgrade to one of our premium services where we offer connections to multiple databases. Whether you're transitioning from one production system to another, or you have, let's say we're connected to a CRM and we're also connected to your production system. We can connect to issue tracking systems as well. So there are scenarios when our clients have many databases connected to one account. And again, it may or may not be beneficial to you, but it's also always important to be able to see this is the name of the connector that this particular report is connecting to and reporting from. And finally, base report. So you are going to see one of two phrases here. You're going to see base report or you'll see custom report. So that's what I mentioned earlier. A base report, again, is just what we call our canned or out-of-the-box reports. These are the reports that come right out of the rip with your Ops Insight subscription. And a custom report is any report that our report writing team has created custom for your account only. If you have questions about base reports or custom reports, you can click on this and you can click on the text and you can get a little bit more in-depth description there as well. And the last thing that we'll demonstrate here is going to be just previewing a report. It's pretty straightforward if you've used Ops Insights before. But if you want to preview a report, click on Preview Report. And then our preview screen will pop up. From there, you can see the report description. You can make any criteria selections that you'd like. And then you can just click Execute to continue on. If you have questions about executing reports or how that process works, you can see our client documentation site, or you can reach out to our support team. Again, that's support@opsinsights.com. And I do want to also show the requesting access feature as well. If you are a standard user and not a client admin, let's say, for instance, we wanted or need to request access to this internal SLA abstract tracking request here. We're going to click Request Access. And when you click on Request Access, you're going to be asked to enter some notes to the client admin. So in Ops Insights, a standard user's request will first go to a client admin. And then from there, the client admin, who is the person that's responsible for overseeing users and making sure that the right reports are assigned to the right users, the client admin will have the ability to approve your request or deny your request. So it's always important, especially if you're not familiar or don't speak with the client admin every day, to enter as much text here as possible so that they have a good understanding of what you're looking for and how it will be used, those sort of things. And then once you enter that text, click Request Access. They'll receive an email. You'll receive an email, and you can track it here in the My Requests section. And again, we actually have in-depth tutorials about this and how that process works in the report request section of the client documentation site. If you have questions about the report library, anything I've touched on here, or would like anything above and beyond that, or need additional clarification, please feel free to reach out to our support team, support@opsinsights.com, and we look forward to hearing from you.